A lot of people want to be content creators, and just a few knows what content creation is really about. Most people think that content creation is about having expensive keys, maybe expensive phone, expensive laptop, expensive maybe camera or whatever that it takes to put a lot of content out there, and trying to find people that going to watch them. Hey my friend, please can you check my content? But this is not really what content creation is all about. Content creation starts with your mindset. It requires a lot that you can imagine. There are basic skills that you need as a content creator, and these skills are not really about editing. It's not about knowing AI tools. It's not about having expensive keys. It's all about your mindset. And the first thing you are going to need as a content creator is patience. There are people that step into content creation and in a few days they stop it. There are people, when they start creating content, they'll make 1 or 2 or 3 contents out there. They keep refreshing their dashboard, expecting to see a lot of views, expecting a lot of followers, expecting a lot of subscribers, or whatever they are expecting. They need the result instantly, and by the time they are not seeing the result they were expecting in a few days, they feel like it's not working for them. Sometimes they have to change from one niche to the other, and the next, they keep moving without having a clear definition of what they really want. So this is why patience is paramount in content creation. You don't start and expect the result instantly. It is something that takes a lot of time, and you have to be patient about it. Another important skill that you need to develop as a content creator is consistency. A lot of people show up today with a lot of excitement. Sometimes they buy the equipment that they needed for the content creation, and they step into it with a lot of excitement, with a lot of energy, and within a few days all the excitement, all the encouragement, all the motivation drop down. They show up this week, and maybe for like 2 weeks they don't make any content. There is no consistency, and at that point you don't expect to have the results you're supposed to have when you are not consistent. When you are doing content creation, when you want to make content, you have to be focused, you have to be consistent, you have to see it like a business. You have to have passion for it, and that's why I advise people, you pick something that you can do it very well. Literally everything about life is content. The only difference between content creators and people that feel like they are not content creators are the mindset. When you feel like you're a content creator and you actually become one, and when you don't feel like you are not a content creator, that's when you are not a content creator actually. Because why am I saying this? Whatever you are doing is content. Whether you are singing, you are dancing, you are cooking, you are braiding hair, whatever you are doing, that's content. The only difference is that a lot of people video this and accept the title of being a content creator and decided to put their content out there, sometimes for visibility, sometimes for the money, sometimes whatever, but they have a particular goal of getting this content and putting it out there, while some people just feel like it's not necessary. One of the things that you need is consistency in whatever you are doing. Whatever you are doing, whatever the kind of content you are making, you have to be consistent about it, and that's the only way you can start seeing results. You don't show up today and then for like 2-3 days you don't show up again and expect to see the same result that someone that has been showing up every day is having. Okay, then another thing that I would like to talk about is passion. When you are stepping into content creation, you don't just pick something randomly because you see other people excelling in it. The difference is that even if you step into that thing, no matter how it works, if you don't have passion doing them, you are going to lack patience, the consistency, and every other skill that's supposed to make that thing to stand out. So you have to, do something that you are passionate about, something that you can do without feeling forced, something you can do without feeling like someone is compelling you to do, something that you can just wake up from sleep. You can wake up, you can come out from the farm, you can come back from the church, you can come back from the market or whatever you were doing, no matter how tired you are, and you still feel like this thing is the least thing you can do. This is what is known as passion, and it is very, very important in content creation, because a lot of people step into a niche that they cannot really perform well. For example, you want to do tech skills, you want to do say gaming videos, and you know these things takes a lot of time for you to do. You are not really good at it. I mean, you don't even have passion for it. You are not even a fan of football or whatever. You just want to do it because you've heard that this niche is very, very active. It's a very good niche that a lot of people are making a living out of it, and you want to venture into it also. You might not really make it that way, the way you're thinking, because when you don't have the passion, you will not be able to give it your best. And as much as I care, it's not really about talent. It's really about giving in your best. It's really about your mindset, the patience, the consistency, all the qualities I have mentioned so far. That's what always leads to success when it comes to content creation. All these big creators you see out there, comedians, YouTubers, any kind of content, they didn't really wake up one day and they realized that they have this talent. They didn't wake up one day and start being perfect. They started from where they did not even realize they have these skills. They started when they did not even know anything about it. Some even started when they did not even know the direction they were going. All you need to do is start. But when you're starting, you have to start with the mindset that you're going to be patient, you're going to be consistent, and you're going to be passionate about what you are doing. Of course, you're going to learn as you move on in the process. Every time you're going to learn from it. You don't have to start content creation as if you are just jumping into a pool of money. You are just you don't start as if you are just going to make your life better just immediately. When you're starting content creation, you have to see it as if you are an apprentice. You have to see it as if you are learning a job. That's the only way you can make it. When you start content creation as if you are an apprentice, you're gonna show up, because an apprentice is going to show up even when you feel like it's not necessary, but you're going to feel like you'll be punished for not showing up. You are learning the process, because the way you are making content, the way you are going about it, everything you are doing, the results you are getting, the low views, the no followers, all of that is going to tell you what you didn't do right, and will also help you improve. So if you are having the mindset that you are an apprentice in the system, it's going to help you grow. You are going to see it as you are learning, instead of someone that is trying to see results just immediately. And that is where patience will come in, because you are going to give it time until you actually get the result that you're supposed to get. But when you are doing it as a business immediately and expecting to earn a living out of it within 1 month, within 2 months, within 1 year, you're gonna quit. Because when you are not seeing the result you were expecting in a week, 2 weeks, or 1 month, you're gonna feel like, oh, that is not working for you. You're going to quit it. But when you have the mindset that you are going to learn into the process, you are learning, you will see the progress, and you keep going. So my advice to you out there, if you are starting content creation, is really important. It's really good. Whatever you are doing, whether you have a business, you can just pick up your phone, record whatever you are doing, your activities, and put it out there for visibility. It has a lot of advantage. Number one, it's going to expose your business to the world, and it's going to open you up to a lot of opportunities, and it's going to improve your communication skills, your test skills, and all of that. It has a lot of benefit, no doubt. But so when you are coming into content creation, you have to be patient about it. Don't mind the low views. Everybody started from 1 view until they have millions of views. As you're seeing, a lot of people started with 1 follower. Nobody wake up and have millions of followers at a go. Everybody started each step at a time. So you don't just wake up and start comparing yourself with every other person that have made it in the process, because they were patient. And if you are patient, you're gonna get there someday. You don't just wake up one day and start something and you expect to blow up overnight. No, content creation is not really about love, as a lot of people assume. It's not really about talent. Though talent, it might come in, but it's not really about that. I believe that consistency will always beat talent any day, anytime. So if you are consistent about what you are doing, you are going to keep on improving yourself until you get to a stage that even the person that expected that was talented will not even be able to stand up to you. So when you're starting content creation, be patient, be consistent, and don't expect results immediately. Do not let the low views discourage you. Do not let the 0 subscribers discourage you. What you should focus on is creating quality content as much as you can. You're not going to be perfect. I'm not saying that you have to be perfect. Improve each time. Keep going until you actually get there, and trust me, by the time you're gonna see the result, you will not even expect it, because your mind was not focused on the result. It was focused on quality. And that quality is actually what is